Everybody, welcome. We're less than a week away from Abundance 360, and my mission is for you to have the most extraordinary time possible, but more importantly, for you to learn a lot and find amazing people that can help you fulfill your MTP, make your moonshots bigger, better, and allow you to go from success to significance in whatever part of the world you desire. And I've got a dear friend with me, Keith Ferrazzi. I'm going to introduce Keith properly in a second, but as A360 has really grown in success, I realized that one of the most important elements, the most powerful elements of A360 is the community. Until we have full AI and there's no people involved, people are your single most important asset in your life. And so in the room of 360 CEOs are individuals who are going to become your next co-founders, your partners, your customers, your clients, your providers, whatever it might be. And I really, truly want you to get a chance to meet as many people as possible. So I've asked Keith, who's my coach, along with Dan Sullivan. Keith is my coach in so many areas. Let me properly introduce him. Keith was the Chief Marketing Officer at Starwood Hotels, the Chief Marketing Officer at Deloitte. He's the New York Times #1 bestseller of a number of books, Never Eat Alone and Who's Got Your Back. And I've gotten to know Keith because he came into the X Prize and has helped coach us into an extraordinary high-performance team. In fact, you've worked with some of the biggest corporations on the planet, from General Motors to the World Bank, and has really helped shape them to become powerful companies. And I think your mantra is really about how do you create really sustainable, caring, personal relationships. So I'm going to ask you to talk about what we're going to be doing in A360 to maximize this impact, this connection. But let me hear your opening thoughts here, pal.
So we've decided to contrive an extraordinary intervention to help you absolutely maximize the extraction of value from your peers who are coming. So on the morning of the 27th, we're going to do a special program on that morning at 10 o'clock. And what we're going to be focused on is having each of you go around, and the design will be for you to maximize not only the number of your peers that you're going to be connecting with, but actually the depth. Real problem solving, really understanding what the value is that this group can be of each other. It's not just about what you can get out of people, but it's also what you have to contribute. And we're going to be designing something really special you're not going to want to miss.
Yeah. So if you normally come for the opening at 1, I'm going to ask you to come earlier on that Sunday morning, right? From 10 to 11:30 in the Wilshire Ballroom. Keith is going to be running a special session, especially if you're here for the first year. Please join. If you've been here for all 7 years, please join, right? You're gonna get a chance to meet a dozen, 2 dozen individuals who can change your life. These are people you don't already know. We have in the room, again, CEOs running $10 million to $50 billion companies who are experts in different areas, and it's the partnerships you create, the connections you create. And Keith, for me, has taught me about this so much as my coach in this area. And I just really can't stress enough the importance of you building these partnerships and relationships.
Yeah. Let me give you a few tips just as you're prepping for this. I'm sure Peter's going to go over with you the technology that they've made available to you, which is going to help you identify in advance the kind of people you need to be getting together with. But I'll tell you something. My old man used to say, Peter, the 7 Ps. Prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance. If you show up and you've not looked at your peers who are going to be there, if you've not spent some time, a couple of hours even for that matter, taking a look at their bios, their interests, their superpowers, their places where they need help, etc., it's foolish. Imagine showing up without having made that kind of an investment. It would be absolutely foolhardy on your part. But then once you do, you're going to use that information to own your own event, to design your own event. There's so many opportunities during breaks, there's so many opportunities during meals and dinners where you can host your own event within an event. Find a group of individuals that share your interests. Find a group of individuals that are in the same industry. Start pulling them together and start to design your own special program with a subset of the members that are going to be there. If you don't do that, you're absolutely leaving value on the table.
And Keith, you're going to be with us throughout all 3 days, and you're going to be really creating, besides that hour and a half opening throughout the program, really helping people be open to interacting with each other.
Yeah, I mean, our work with executive teams, as you know, and you mentioned it's about personal relationships. Our work with executive teams is to make sure that the team that reports to you and that you're on in your business, that they won't let each other fail. We want to make sure that that's true of A360. Yeah. This is a real community. This is a group of brothers and sisters who give a damn about a shared set of values and how the world works. What a better group of individuals to have as your posse, to have as your wingmen and women going through life in the differences you're trying to make in the world, in your businesses and otherwise. And this is the place that you need to initiate that. You need to get a group of individuals leaving this that's your support group, the group that won't let you fail, and you'll be contributing in the same way. It's an amazingly rich opportunity. Don't waste it.
Yeah. So as Keith said, who in that room do you want to meet? I mean, we have a number of people on stage, fantastic, but in your app, and hopefully you've gotten a couple emails already, hopefully you've downloaded the A360 app. I'm going to just demo it right now. You click on the app, and then if you go and take a look, you're going to find in the app something that says attendees. You can hit attendees, and what will happen is you will get access to all of the 400 or so, 360 attendees plus the speakers who are here. There is a search bar at the top. So, you know, you could type in the word space if you're interested in space, like I am, and you'll get everyone who's got in their bio, in their area of interest, their superpowers, their passions, whatever it might be, the word space. And so, you know, I'm in there, of course. There are a number of other friends, from Charles Epstein to Blake Grossman to, let me just, you know, click on Cameron Shell. And here's his bio, his contact details. And there are questions there that everyone's answered, like why my company, you know, what my company does in this industry. You know, what the grand challenge areas the person's interested in. What exponential technologies they're interested in. So you can do that research, keyword research for industries and so forth. But I agree. If at the end of this program, you've identified a group of 5 individuals, a dozen individuals who you don't know already, but are going to be your, you know, your circle that are going to stay in communications with and work on projects. We've had companies spawn, we've had nonprofits, we've had, you know, moonshots spawn out of A360, and it really comes down to that personal interaction.
And your leadership. I mean, this is a really great opportunity. I would say, Peter, as I've watched A360 evolve, I would say that this is your year for community. You focused so much on giving value to this community, but now let's start letting the community give value to each other. And I know that Peter's really focused on this, which I believe gives you an opportunity, because if there's an opportunity here, there's an opportunity to step up as a leader in the community. What does that mean for you? And I'm not even saying just for yourself and creating your own posse, but what if you saw opportunities where subgroups of this community could be formed, regional groups of this community could be formed? There's anything that if you as a leader wanted to do that, I know this young man here and he is absolutely open to exponential ideas.
100% committed to it. I care about you getting as much out of this as you can, not just knowledge, a group of people with which to take action. We'll bring AI to this matchmaking in the future. Right now, it's really about training us as individuals to be open as we're rushing through this, to be open to helping people and accepting help.
You know, years ago, Peter and I met at a conference.
Yeah.
You know, we met in the hallway. We both had a sketch understanding of who each other was and what we were doing, but we both took the time to get to know each other. And it just took one cup of coffee in the hallway in order for that to begin to spark. And today, happen to say, you know, he's one of my best friends,
Absolutely.
business partners, associates.
We speak all the time, and I turn to Keith for support in sort of the social human side of the equation. You're not my AI go-to guy, sorry about that, but that's
okay.
fine.
But you're mine, which is great, and longevity and other issues. But this is what you should be looking forward to. There's a word that I've created. It's actually the formative word of my new book that's coming out. I call it co-elevation. It's both a combination of collaborating and achieving great things together, but developing each other at the same time, going higher together. And this community I have such admiration for in terms of its intention. Now, let's dig in, let's co-elevate, let's find your posse, let's turn this into something that not only change your lives, but change the world. And I know we can do it, but it starts with your leadership. Get into that app, start identifying the targets, begin to reach out to them even in advance through the app, and then when you get online inside of the event, and then start curating that community and lead that community just like you do in leadership in so many other parts of your life. It's up to you, it's in your hands. Our event on the morning of the 27th is certainly going to give you a good jump start. But after that, it's up to you.
4 things: download the app if you haven't done it. Number 2, look through it, do research, do keyword searches. You can email other people through that app to make a connection even before you get there. 3rd thing, please show up Sunday morning, 10 a.m. for this event in the Wilshire Ballroom that Keith's going to be running. It's really a version of speed dating and speed problem solving for you to create a real connection with a couple of dozen people there in the room. And finally, be open to meeting people, because your openness and you're willing to contribute to their lives, let them contribute to you, is what's going to make the difference.
Amen. Let's go for it. Look forward to seeing you there.
See you guys soon.